Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. 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 Wanna move my feet, wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, 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 wanna drink my wine.
Bam, bam, bam. Shout out about that. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Bitcoin pumping to the upside, 23,450. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. I'm super excited. You should be too. Unbelievable. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's get the lemon into the water. Let's get the lemon into the water, baby. Woo-wee. There we go. That fructose, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. May God bless each and every one of us. May God bless this stream. May God bless each and every one of us. May God bless all our trades, all our endeavors in life, and each and every one of us on this earth. May we all live a happy, healthy life for our families, our loved ones. May we cherish the present moment. May we move in happiness. May we move in abundance. Shout out to each and every one of you. Let's chug that lemon water. Let's go, baby. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. Let's break it down. Let me show you my screen. And let's go in. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Wow, things got paused. What happened? We're paused. I'm looking at Epic Prime, Epic Protocol. These things are hot. We're looking at some AI coins. This thing likes to follow the AI narrative. Shoulder, head, possible right shoulder bull coming out. You got a low, you have a higher low. This is the first higher low in a downtrend that you've seen. Beginning of a possible change in trend. You have to understand what trend analysis is. Using trend analysis is the key. 71% gains all the way to 0.1544 is the area that we're looking for. So I'm looking at this for a 71% gains. Again, anything could happen. This could dump to the downside right now, right? These are just probabilities, but I love low stochastics, MACD, falling volume, falling price, and the whole thing is ready to blast to the upside. If you want to learn what I'm teaching every single Tuesday from 3 to 5:30, I dedicate 2.5 hours of my time for anybody that wants to learn technical analysis for a very, very low price of $60. If you're in my trading group, $100 if you're not in the trading group. Jump on in today, get a PowerPoint, get every single thing I have because I could die tomorrow, and this is the best thing I can do for you today. Top of the morning to Lost Profit. Shout out to Trevor TVA, Toby Linares, CNC Ireland. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me. Lakochi Coker, my man, I love you to death, brother. My man. Good morning to all the beautiful lifers around the world. Shout out to Lakochi. Shout out to Love Learning. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Larry Parmley. Larry, my man. Sunny Friday in Alabama. It's finally sunny here in Massachusetts. It hasn't been this sunny in a long, long time. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. All right. Let's get into my favorite thing, GMX. No, but GMX is on my radar, okay? This thing is likely to make a move. It's a decentralized exchange. As decentral and DeFi starts to make a move, things will begin to change, okay? I actually want to get a chart up here. I love these little emojis here on Brave browser. Always hooks it up. One thing I want to look at here is, where is my trading needs here? CoinTrader Pro, dude. CoinTrader Pro. Right? I'm going to look for this perp at one point. I'll find this in a second, maybe on the next stream. I'm looking at GMX, but I want to look at the perp of DeFi. All right? Look at this. Tight moving averages, 200 outlier. This thing is looking nice. Opening up trades when the price gets above the 200 SMA. Putting a stop loss below the 200 SMA has been my go-to play for the last few weeks. It just rains on money. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. EWT, not my cup of tea, right? Let's take a look at Bitcoin and see what's happening for the morning. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Bitcoin getting the pump, 23,300, touching the move, and Sammy is in the money, baby. Sammy is in the money. No, I'm just messing with you. Damn, that's weird. Look at this. This thing is making it look like we pumped, but we didn't. That number changed from 200, and they threw me for a loop. So weird. But look, 4 hours still pushing to the upside. We're still inside this flag. I did an update this morning for Bitcoin. 25,200 is the target, right? The area that we're looking for. Inside of this tight flag, things getting very, very tight. Now we're below this point of control. I mean, we got to get a candle close above the point of control to remain bullish. It is what it is. This is beginning to show a shoulder ahead and a possible shoulder to the upside as well. You would have gotten this update if you were in my trading group this morning, hitting you with the update. So bang, bang, bang. We got news for you too later at about 11:30 to break it down. And I have a new narrative too that I'm going to break down. I'm going to start showing certain things, and I'm going to start building a portfolio. I'm going to use 10 grand and start building a portfolio with 10,000. And we'll start doing it like during the weekly screen share. I'm going to start showing you where I'm allocating funds for a long-term bag. So we can track that 10,000 and see what happens to it. It's going to be fun. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say I do should be taken as financial advice. But I will let you into my life. Most transparent dude. I'll show you how I feel, show you what I'm doing, and just really be as honest as I can in any single situation if you deal with me. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. All right. So another thing I want to look at is, this coin has been on my radar on CoinMarketCap. Call it Dust. It's up huge right now. So I'm not thinking of touching it now. I want to see a pullback, but this thing is on it. Wow. Continues to rip. Dust. And it's on Mex Global too as well. This thing continues to rip. Open up an account at Mex Global. It'll change your life. Mex Global has access to the smallest coins that you never knew about. So you can keep on moving and have access to more data. Mex Global. They're just working really hard to add coins that no one knows about. And what happens is you have coins that hit DeFi. They move from DeFi into the smaller exchanges. Eventually you see it on Binance US, Coinbase. When SHIB hit Coinbase, I could not believe it. You had told me SHIB was going to Coinbase, I would have called you. They're like, no way, not going to happen. Not going to happen. You know what I mean? It's just impossible. So SHIB hits Coinbase and boom, right? Who would have thought SHIB was going to hit Coinbase? I never would have thought that was going to happen in a million years, and it did. So things that you never think would happen will happen. And I've been watching this market for years. I was in this market 2017, watching Bitcoin battle with Bitcoin Cash. There was a time when Bitcoin Cash was going to become the Bitcoin and nobody knew. And it was insane. Being a part of that was insane. It was nuts. And the miners would go back and forth between which one and you weren't sure what was going on. Shout out to the 400 beautiful people on the live, 171 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I'll be blessed. Thanks for adding nonstop value to the community, Crypto Lifer. Do you have any thoughts about Axie Infinity? Well, we hit it for a trade about 3 or 4 days ago, right? Shout out to Ma Barley in the house, man. May God bless you and yours, man. Shout out to all my loyal Crypto Lifers. Thank you so much for always coming through and holding me down no matter what. Thank you for not judging me. No matter what I do or do not do, I am a human being. I may make mistakes. Appreciate for not being judged. I'm pretty sure I give more I try to put out way more positive energy than any mistake I ever would have made. So may God bless each and every one of you. And remember, thou shalt not judge, first law of the rules. So take a look at this. Boom. I see a diamond. Who else sees a diamond here? We're going to deep dive Bitcoin, of course. Let me jump into Axie Infinity for you real quick. Kind of want to service. It's a fun Friday. That channel looks beautiful though on KuCoin. That's like a bull pennant to me. So now we're back in a bull pennant as far as I'm concerned, which is a bullish sign, right? 1 hour time frame, overbought, but you got this inverted head and shoulder here. Look at that shoulder, head and a shoulder. That should break to the upside. We'll clean this up. We'll get rid of that smaller area here. And again, remember I went to the 1 minute and we said you watch the 1 minute to see if things will get worse. I was just teaching my students here, right? And this was the flag, came down, but we bounced. Once we got back inside the pattern, once you get back in the pattern, that's when you can breathe. It's all about getting back inside the bottom trend line. It's crazy. You could break the bottom trend line, but once you get back inside, everything changes and you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. And may God bless us all. All we have is the present moment that we have right now at this moment in time. So, and we're all here together. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here. Really, I appreciate this moment. It took me years to build this moment. Right now, it took me years. It started 7-8 years. It started really when I was a kid. This moment right here. I'm being dead honest with each and every. It started when I was a kid because I believed that I could do something big with my life. I remember reading quotes of Mark Twain, and I started thinking, if he could do it, I could do it. He left a big, indelible mark on my life, and I started thinking, man, I want to change people's lives because this man is changing my life right now as I read his quotes. I never let my schooling interfere with my education. How come nobody believes that a few people could change the world? Because that's all that ever did. I know there's a lot of darkness right now, everybody. I know the world seems like it's caving in on us a little bit in some way, shape, or form. With governments, with war, with talks of, World War III is trending on Twitter. But we must have faith in the present moment and believe that God has a plan for each and every one of us. And it may come with turmoil. It may come with grit. It may come with a tough time. But I go back to my favorite quote that I used this year to get through 2022. And I never really knew it beforehand, and I really grew to know it And don't worry, we're going to get to the charts. I promise you this. I promise you this. I promise you this. But I prayed for God for strength. He gave me more problems to make me stronger. He gave me exactly what I prayed for. You see? You see? Now, the other way, I always thought, hey, God, get me out of this. And he would just swoop right in, you know? How come when you pray, your problems aren't answered? They are, though. They are, though. They're being answered. You just don't know it because you're not mature enough to see God's plan. I'm telling you, I was not mature enough to see God's plan for me, but he revealed something to me as I got into my late 30s and 40s that hadn't been revealed yet. And thank God he did, because once he did, I realized where I was going. I realized what was happening, and I was able to see the reasons why so many of the other times I thought my prayers weren't getting answered. They were getting answered, like they were the whole time. I just couldn't see it. I wasn't able to see it the right way. I hadn't spiritually, mentally, I hadn't matured enough. And I can remember my days in darkness. I can remember my days being depressed in a hole. I remember my days being unable to move, everybody. I remember my days dreaming of being on YouTube. I remember my days of wanting to change. I remember my days of being in pain. And honestly, the main reason I started this channel because I was like sick of being in pain. The day I started this channel and opened up the channel, I said, man, I'm sick of freaking just waiting for things to happen. I said, I'm sick of just, you know, I kept trying these different businesses with different business partners, and they just kind of like, things would happen and not happen. I remember I was in a room with one of those people that we tried a few businesses. We hung out that day, and then we almost like didn't do what we said we were going to do. And it was like a waste. And I was just like, you know what? I'm starting a channel right now. I said to him as he was leaving, I was like, I'm starting a channel. I was like, and I made a little logo on Photoshop. I wasn't even a logo. I just wrote the word Crypto Lifer and turned it rainbow and gave it a little flair, you know? And if you look at my first video, no logo, just the word Crypto Lifer. That was it. But I made a video, and I talked about like how I got free. You could get like free, or you could get like free Bitcoin for opening up a Binance. They gave you $20 or so. It was like, you know, get your free BTC or something like that. And then, you know, but at the time I had already been trading for a long time. I'd have been in crypto for about 3 years at that point. So I did know a good amount about cryptocurrency, and I was so passionate about it. So we're gonna get into the charts and deep dive, but this is relevant because, you know, my channel is about finding the greatest part of yourself every single day, going after the things that make you whole every single day, and doing what makes you happy every single day, and helping others. If you're helping others, then do the right thing, right? So retweet if you're real, baby. Retweet if you're real. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Yeah, let me know. Write real in the comment section if you're a real one. Write real one. Let me know if you're a real one in the comment section below. Or on the side. I don't know where it is. Let me know if you're a real one. We're all my real lifers, baby. Shout out if you're going for it right now every single day. Shout out at every single day you want it. Shout out if you know that you could die tomorrow. Shout out if you know you're a real one. Shout out to all my people out there. Boston, baby. Shout out to Yudi Avini. The real deal. Look at all my peoples out here. Shout out to Frank. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Nomad Numbers. Shout out to Everything is Energy. My man. Spot on. Shout out to Dangerfield. Shout out to Crypto Clown World. My man. Shout out to Patrick. Shout out to Fuman. Shout out to Hartwig. Jay Bella. Matt Stevens. Laura Marshall. Just don't put on weight. I love you. Thank you for everyone that's always held me down and supported me. And thank you for not judging me, even if I have made a mistake, you know, a few times in my life. I've been live every single day for over 3 years. Of course, maybe I may have tripped up. My man, shout out to Richard Gomez. Shout out to Justin Cashmore with the 369. I got you, baby. I see your frequency. My man, I love you, man. I know he's laughing right now, too. I know you are. I got you smiling. I know you're smiling, Justin. There's no way you're not. Man, shout out to my Floridians in the house. Thank you, you're human. Shout out to Energy is Energy. Shout out to Toby. You, my man, overshadow your mistakes. They are trivial. Shout out to Crypto Not. May God bless you. We all made mistakes. Judging is the most hypocritical thing you can do, says Emery Thompson. Love is energy. Central Florida is this, baby. Wow, Central. Holding me down. Do you guys wrestle alligators in Central Florida, or am I wrong? Am I being funny? Shout out to Stack from Broward County, all the way from Miami. Stack Big Change in the house. Stack Big Change, everybody. Stack McChange, everybody. Shout out to my peoples, man. Shout out to everybody holding me down. All right, so break down Bitcoin yet again. Let's take a look at our 15-minute. Let's take a look at our BOOKMAP and take a look at what's going on with BOOKMAP. 15-minute chart is extended. Not good. We do see the shoulder, the head, and the shoulder, though. That just kind of didn't do anything. Clear resistance now, right here. This is our local boy resistance, local girl, whatever you now don't want to be sexist, but it's our local resistance right here at 23,168. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Unbelievable, right? So, when we look at this, 23,040 on BOOKMAP. And can I do it without destroying the stream today? What the hell? That happens to me like once in a blue. And I'm like, where is that sound coming from? It happens on my stream like once every couple of and I'm like, where? It's like I'm playing some label and I don't know what I'm playing. And it does a bomb in the stream randomly. It's gonna happen like once or twice again throughout the stream and I don't know what happened. It's so weird. Is it doing damage? Maybe the doing damage has one and I turned it up accidentally. So funny. Where is doing damage? You guys remember the doing damage bit? That thing is so sick. I should almost always have that up. People forget, man, I was the cake boy. I hit cake at 60 cents. EGLD at 20. Right? Avi at 60 and 80. Cardano at 8 cents. Man. The bomb's getting people out. I think the bomb's, get ready though. It's gonna come. I don't know what's doing it, but it's gonna happen throughout the stream. So just get ready. I'm sorry. The bomb went off right before you. Shout out to the internet, Jordan. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to Gadak Kroll. Show us excitement in this boring consolidation. Dude, you know what? Consolidation is good when it's bullish. I like bullish consolidation, and that's what it is, right? To 25K, baby. Laser eyes on 25K. 23,000 still holding. And again, Friday has low liquidity. How many times you come to my stream and I'm like, Friday's going to be flat. It doesn't mean low cap gems can't pop. So that's why we look for KuCoin gems, and that's why we go to Max Global, and that's why we continue to connect. Emtos launch token at 0.7 from me, brother. I mean, that was amazing. Shout out to Jesse Ray. Boom. Cheers all the way from Malaysia. Bang, bang, bang. Can you check that? I will. SP looking good. Tight consolidation with Gala. Tight is a tiger, Emery. Tight is a tiger, baby. Do I make you randy, baby? Do I? Do I make you horny? Do I, baby? Do I? I love gold. Hey, Lois, I think I'm going to grow a beard. Hey, Chris, go to your room. Yo, this guy over here. How can I not make you laugh over here? You come here to laugh over here. Bada boom, life of friend, how you doing over here, eh? Let me tell you something, huh? I'll give you two options, huh? You either go over there and you say sorry, you apologize to my daughter over there, huh? For being rude. Saying a few things, man. I understand, but you go over there and you apologize, huh? If you don't apologize, we're gonna go outside, we're gonna have a little talk, huh? Me and you, a little bit of talk, huh? It is what it is, huh? So what are you gonna do, huh? You got two options over here. All right, so look. But Johnny, I didn't mean to do it, Johnny. I wasn't thinking at the time. I don't care what you're saying. I give you two. If you don't go over there, I told you to get over there. That's not your mother, it's a man. That almost some of that stuff wouldn't fly anymore, right? Like now when you think about that movie, like he's my goodness, man. So sideways Bitcoin is good for small cap gems, all right? What we want to also do is we want to take a look at Bitcoin dominance and take a look at how Bitcoin dominance is affecting the rest of the market, all right? This is a key insight into how you want to play with altcoins. I love to open up altcoins when Bitcoin dominance hits a resistance point. That's the key. That's the key. And I told you you'd get BOOKMAP. Let's run into BOOKMAP. Shout out to the beautiful people. Where in Gosh's name, where is this coming from? It's Fiat Leak. It's Fiat Leak doing it. Fiat Leak does it. Aha. Fiat Leak is doing it. They have a sound option. I believe I've turned it off. It's Fiat Leak. So I have figured it out. It makes sense now. I did it. I did it, baby. I did it. First time in a long time that I figured that out. Shout out to the 524 beautiful people on the live. 252 likes. May I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, it comes with a big buy, like ba-boom. Yeah. It's like, yeah, lots of Bitcoin. Got my Labradorite chilling at all times. Boom, boom, boom. So we have a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. At the end of the day, could break to the upside. Kind of a diamond. It's got some diamond vibes brewing. Right? Things that you may or may not want to jump into, but it does have some diamond vibes brewing. I like what I'm seeing on the diamond. So that's very interesting. Tight moving averages on the diamond. Get above the point of control, and anything could happen to the upside. Measured move, again, is the length of the pole. Don't forget. I always drag it to where the 21 curve, but that's my little sauce. Ooh, I don't want to do that. I mean, that could put us to 25,475. But, I'll be happy with the 25K. 25,200 is the resistance point, What stone do you have? Labradorite. I keep a lot of Labradorite at all times. This is all Labradorite here. Look. All of it. Every single bit of it. And see the essence that you see? Look at those essences. Like, see that golden, like, it has... Oh. What the... I thought I turned... Oh, I didn't turn it off. It's off now. It's kind of cool. Right? He's a stone queen, this guy. Let me know your favorite stones. I like Labradorite. Let me know your favorite stones in the chat. Let me know your favorite stones in the chat, baby. Boom, boom, boom. Right? False. Don't say that. Don't say that word. I do want to look at waves. Even though you didn't send a super chat, I want to take a look at waves. We'll take a look at that. Shoulder, head, and shoulder for Bitcoin. Staying tight. The 1 hour and the 15 minute are high. That's not a good sign for me, so let's break down. I just want to look at the tight channel here. So look, we're getting resistance here. Can't get above 23,150. That's even a little lower right now. Technically, we're at 23,125. David Brumbley. Wow. Thanks for all you do, life. Are definitely the real deal and giving 100% every day. Not to only help your life and your families, but everyone's lives around you. Phantom, if you have time, please. Shout out to David Brumbley. May God bless you, man. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. You're the man, dude. Thank you so much for the love. That's so nice of you. Very, very, very substantial super chat. That's, wow. Very nice of you. Thank you very much. I am humbled right now. Appreciate you. We'll take a look at Phantom. Phantom's been moving. And interesting enough is, look, we have a shoulder, we have a head, we have a shoulder. But inside here, we also have a shoulder, head, and a shoulder, right? So we have a inverted head and shoulder inside of the shoulder of the inverted head and shoulder. Pretty crazy, right? Oh yeah, I bet I can hit control, pull this away. Look at that, the fast way. Sammy doing it the fast way. Boom. I just had to visually spell that out there. Measured move here would be this smaller one. Length of the neckline. Take you to that resistance at 23,577. Not too shabby. And, even though it has that spike up, there you're going to about, 24K. So, those are just measured moves of patterns that we're recognizing. Doesn't mean they have to play out. I'm just showing you the sauce. The sausalito. The sausalito. All right, so look. Bitcoin, 23,200, dangling the liquidity. Telling us we should see a short squeeze, really, because there's lack of volume, and we only see that up there. So, anything is possible. Let's shrink it down and see. We have more immediate buys here, but we have that fat order down there. Someone wants to scoop 20,000. Do we get a dump? Anything is possible. We're going to go over the bearish and bullish scenario too as well today, because I'm not a bear or a bull. I want to make that really clear. as I lean closer to the mic and get more intimate with you. I'm not a bearer bull. I make that very clear. I'm a trader. We can short it. We can long it. We can do whatever we need to do to get it in. All right? So stay tuned for more. All right? Stay tuned for more. And look, if we come down to this area, 20,000, huge buy order. That's the only thing we really kind of, would have to kind of worry about. When I look earlier, there's just more liquidity up, but there could be that's a sell wall, 700. What is this? This is a heat map with an order book, and it's showing me how many people are attempting to buy and sell Bitcoin on Bybit futures, OKX, and Binance, Bybit, OKX, and Binance futures. Okay? And it's amalgamated data with a cumulative volume delta 2 on the bottom, a CVD, which is also showing me how many people are buying and selling. So you have more buy liquidations than sells at the moment. You see that? Okay. And it will show me the liquidations when they begin to come in. See, those are 2 short liquidations right there. And it can show me when there's more, like right there, there's 600, there's 300, but there's 700, there's 700, 1,400 here, only 1,000 here, 800 here. So we're likely to get into this liquidity zone because there's just more orders up in there. That's just kind of basic common sense. And you can kind of see, and then you can also juxtapose this with your patterns. A lot of times the 7-minute locks in with this. Kind of gives me an idea. So right now, we're overbought on the 1. We're overbought on the 7. We're overbought on the 1 hour, on the 15. The 15 and the 7 in the 1 hour time frame. And you can see the resistance that I got going here at 23,150. So we hit a resistance. Don't want to move that. Probably could lock that, right? We hit a resistance. And because of that, it's very likely we come to the bottom of the channel. So we're looking at some downside for Bitcoin here for the day, in my humble opinion. Either downside or sideways action, unless we get a crazy short squeeze, which could happen. But even after that, I believe it's short-lived, and we would at least retest this area. So I wouldn't be chasing any pumps at all. So again, we're kind of just still flat. This trade is just still absolutely flat. Bitcoin really hasn't given the bears any love, hasn't given the bulls any love, right? What has been giving us some love is the small altcoins, still continuing to pump to the upside, right? Collect on both sides and fluctuate with the market. That's right, my man. That's right. So far, we should have, hopefully, by trend analysis, we have more bullish sentiment than we don't. And look, there's the 77. Always follow me around, 277. 581 people on the live, 277 likes. May I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. Much appreciated. Thank you. Boom. Oh, yeah. Thank you. So, look. Same idea, sideways though. Sideways, right? Resistance at 23,150. And that's really kind of where we sit. That's where we stand for Bitcoin. I see us moving to the bottom of the channel here. Sideways or to the bottom of the channel. Granted, we get a crazy short squeeze on the BOOKMAP, which I don't really, we're getting some built liquidity, but not enough for me to really buy in. And actually, you can see them building the lower liquidity now. See this? Oh, there we go. 22,500. That was that huge wall that we bounced off of yesterday. They held it so, 1,300 Bitcoin buy there. They did not let the price go below that. Yesterday you could see it happen, bang, 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 and then it just said it wasn't happening. And we came all the way back up to 23K. So this is still there. A giant buy wall for Bitcoin. So I think Falcon will make a 10x from now. I don't know. You never know. I don't know what to think. I would have to look at the charts to take a look at what they say, whatever the charts convey. So because it's Friday, and we always have lack of volume on Fridays, right? Traditionally, in trading, it's most likely that we do go sideways for most of the day. All right. Shout out to the beautiful people. Wow, you keep hitting that like. Look, now we got 600 wonderful faces on the live. Shout out to everyone who just jumped in. Thank you for the love. My name is Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer. I've been trading for 15 years. I started trading gold and silver on the Toronto Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. I started buying gold and silver, right? Then I found Bitcoin in 2016 at $350. I started researching it and went to 500, 600, 700. Next thing you know, I would be buying it, holding it long term. Then would it go up, come down in the bear market of 2017, I would scoop up more and more and more and more Bitcoin. All right. And Bitcoin became my life. And I love Bitcoin. And Bitcoin changed my life forever. And now I teach people technical analysis and kind of all the little tips and tricks that I've used in the last 15 years of trading to kind of bring you up to speed. And that's kind of my channel. And I go over altcoins, Bitcoin, the dollar index, S&P futures, and really a lot of different things. And you can super chat any coin you want. We can deep dive it. We can talk about it. We can break it down. We have a blast. It's from 10 to 12 every single Monday through Friday. I didn't take a day off once in 2022. I don't plan on taking a day off once in 2023. We went the entire year, and we started in about February of 2021 without the break. So we're on day number 730 something craziness. And we give you live streams every single Saturday and Sunday night at 8 p.m. as well. We do a Bitcoin weekly candle close, and we also give you a monthly candle close at the end of every month. So 32 streams to 33 streams is every single month and more. And there's also some surprise streams. We do stream on the Fed day and CPI data and stuff like that too as well. So welcome to the channel if you're new. My name's Sam. Thank you for being here. May God bless you and yours, and let's have a wonderful time together. So I'm finishing up my Bitcoin idea here. If you're new, I showed a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. I showed a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder in here. Those patterns do say we break to the upside. However, I love stochastics RSI and momentum indicators, and the momentum is telling me that we are kind of falling off on the buy side, and we're going to lose some buy orders here. I love the 15-minute. I love my 7-minute. Both are overbought. Not usually, I don't like to get into a trade right there unless there's a crazy short squeeze going on. We look at the 7 for a short squeeze to go on. We'd have to get a little bit of a cool flag going on here, and now we're getting rejected even. So just as I'm saying, I see a move to the downside here to the bottom of this channel. Now, if we break this, that does change it, and it can Bart Simpson. It has some Bart Simpson vibes to me. We did have a bearish divergence because this swings down to here, and this swings up to here. You see what I'm saying? So you got some bearish divergence. You're swinging to the downside here, and so it's just, just telling me to be careful. So it's on my radar. I don't see a huge move to the upside today. I see a move to the downside, likely to this point of control at about 22,800, right? We're going to test that. You could actually bring this a little lower right there. Yeah. We break this, that changes. Do we do a bear, a bear trap? We'll see. But I see downward movement for Bitcoin or sideways behavior, okay, for the rest of the day. And in the first 10 minutes of my live, I attempt to give you my prediction for Bitcoin, based on my indicators. It's not what I think, it's not what I feel, and it's not what I believe. I throw that all out the window. I do whatever I see based on my indicators, right? And my indicators give me probability, and I play that probability, right? You should be in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most YouTube streams. You deserve it. Thank you. Well, we'll get there. We'll find out. We'll keep going until we get to the top, right? All right, let's take a look at my baby MATIC. And remember, we talked about MATIC on the 3L token. Let's take a look at that puppy. MATIC 3L is a ETF on KuCoin. And look at the size of that move, baby. I gave you this cup and handle. We talked about it. MATIC banging to the upside, now up 51%. And, that was look at the W. Beautiful W to the upside. Going to the next resistance point. And look, literally the next resistance is here. I mean, this looks like this thing could moon all the way to here. See, because there's a high volume node right there sticking out on the VRVP. You get a bit of a gap there. This thing could continue to move. I like what I'm seeing for this. This is very, very interesting. 34% gains possibly coming, all right, to the upside. So it's very, very interesting. I like what I'm seeing here. 004246. All right. Wow. More 34% gains. But shout out to anyone that saw this idea in my trading group. I love trading ETFs. I started trading gold and silver ETFs, and I've been doing it for 10 years. So it's kind of my bread and butter. It's something that I can sniff out and that I love to do, right? MATIC cup and handle to the upside, banging on them. Banging on them. Man, thing was moving. 49% gains out of MATIC in the cup and handle. Let's take a look at MATIC itself and just see what the numbers are. Wow. Whoa-wee. And look, it did that little dip, skip. I was trading the 3L, so I hadn't looked at MATIC itself. Once it did that, redraw the pattern. Bottom pattern entry, technically. But look at that thing, mooning to the upside out of an ascending triangle. Measured move, about to get it at 120 is where it looks like it could be going. MATIC was also in a bit of a flag here. Go to your 15-minute, and look at that. MATIC in a beautiful flag beginning to pump, and there's your next. See, and that all kind of equals up to that 122 area for MATIC. All right, I don't chase green candles. Even smaller time frames, they do the same thing I just showed you on the bigger time frames. And it's basically the Russian doll theory. You're going inside, 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 going deeper and deeper and deeper, right? And boom. Very interesting. So, MATIC USDT on the 5-minute chart. Looks like there is more gasolina to the upside. Worth buy a trading coach if you have 3K for trade. Dash Gem Knots. I mean, just jump into the group for $99 a month. I mean, you will see me every single day. Ask any question you want. Jump into the learning library. Me and my elites and my whole team are here for you, ready to rock, right? Dude, namaste to you, my friend. You know who I'm talking to. Namaste to you, my friend. You have no idea what that just did for me for the rest of my day, bro. You just changed my whole, and it shouldn't matter, but it did, man. You're the man, dude. May God bless you. May God bless you, bro. There are beautiful people in this world. You know what I mean? You just you gave me so much hope for this whole universe, brother. May God bless you. May God bless you, bro. I love beautiful people, man. Good people. I love good people, man. I love good people, man. What an awesome person. You ever meet someone out of nowhere and they just help you or do something? I moved to Queens and I found a bike shop, right? And my sister had bought a new bike and she wanted to redo it. And I started asking the guy and he was like, yeah. And next thing you know, he let me go in the back. He was teaching me how to do the paint. And I was in the back of his place and he wasn't letting anyone else back there. He liked me. He was cool. We became friends. We're still friends to this day. And I started going to that bike shop and I hung out there every day from 30 to 34 years old. We hung out all the time. And I started my first business out of the bike shop. I started selling drones. We started fixing the drones. People would come to get them fixed. And I started doing an online YouTube channel about drones. It was pretty cool. And man, good people. If he had never let me in and let me kind of start doing my bike there, right? Good people, man. Possible move here on the 5-minute chart, right? Getting kind of crispy. Again, when Bitcoin gets flat, these coins get frisky. They're not waiting for no man, right? Bit of a head and shoulder inside of here. Shoulder, head, and a right shoulder there. It could go lower too and make a bit of a different pattern. No guarantees. It could go something like this and make a flag. We'll watch it closely. But getting oversold here, moving averages are tight. It has already pumped, but it is on the 21. And this thing has been hot. So I put it out on the 7-minute last night inside this little flag and was like, it could happen. And this thing did. It boomed up for even more. So craziness could happen with this thing. We could even see another explosive move. I know this coin. I got into it when it first came out. I might have scraps of it left in some wallet, so I just will disclose. But I think Mines of Darlinia, right? Reminds me of Dimitra. They came out around the same time. DAR and DMTR. So this thing's interesting to me. And look, there's the 77 every day. The 77 comes to us on the live stream, 1377 on the views. Every single day we get the 77. Shout out to the people, 331 likes. Man, we get the likes all the way up to the watchers. I'll be greatly appreciated for it. We get to all the way up to 700 people on this live. Let's get to 700. I remember when I started streaming, 1 person, 2 people, 3 people. I used to stream to 3 people, 7 people, 10 people. Then it was 12. And people just kept, it was beautiful people like you that helped me grow into something that I never thought possible. It was beautiful people like you. So because of the good, kind nature of the beautiful people God made, I was able to develop a beautiful business, have a beautiful life, and really, so because of trustworthy, good people in my life that really give back and care, hit that like button, came to my live stream, you helped me help so many other beautiful people. And then the testimonials just streamed on in over and over and over again, right? I woke up to these testimonials and they changed my life, right? I never read a testimonial before this person wrote, not that kind of guy. I just want to say after 5 days in the group, I have a fresh haircut. Been here a year and a half, a couple grand in my pocket. Sam didn't tell me what to do, didn't tell me what or how much to trade, didn't tell me to have some respect for myself and clean up a bit. But his energy is contagious. His knowledge is a bonus, and the community is 24/7 to take me off a ledge when I don't trust myself in the charts to talk me off a ledge. My trading confidence this last week has gone from manic, which gobbles up money, to relaxed and productive. I have so much to learn, but it would have taken me years watching YouTube and trolling Reddit to learn what I've learned in the last week, if ever. If you're looking for someone to do work for you, you got the wrong guy. Not that you wouldn't make money copying the lifers, but it would be a waste. I can tell the direction I'm headed will open up a whole world of trading. I haven't scratched the surface and I'm juiced. Treating myself and my body better is such an unexpected bonus. Like I said, it's contagious. And the passion comes through all the different mediums. Live stream, Discord, learning library, everything. I'm not a religious man, but I feel blessed. I got a second chance at life in a few years back. This is opening up a whole new world of self-discovery. Glad to be a lifer. I mean, that changes my life. When I read things like that, it changes my life. And it replaces anyone in my life that I believe hurt me or did something weird. You know, it's like boom. And I don't think about the past. I don't think about, I just want to go into the future and continue to help other people. And I want to read more testimonials like that on my live stream every single day. I want the cycle to continue. Compound, please, and have a nice weekend all. Shout out to Dash Gem. We'll take a look at Compound as well. Boom, boom, boom. 57 likes, pay the man. Sean Aaron. Boom. Toby. Axie and Phantom. Shout out to Toby Linares. Thank you so much for Axie and Phantom. And someone added Compound to the mix. So we'll take a look at Axie, Phantom, and Compound. I am just looking at this for a possible scalp to the upside. Just so, last night it was very improbable. High risk. Still banged on it, right? So people seem to really fiend for this right now. I will talk about how high risk it is because it's been pumping, but that's a bull flag. All right. That, my friends, is a bull flag. All right. Let's take a look at Axie Infinity. I want to look at the dollar index real quick, though, like we do every single day. So let's pick up where we left off yesterday with the dollar index and even last night. Last night we had a weekly screen share. Unbelievable. Shout out to everyone that jumped into the weekly screen share with me. It was in depth. It was amazing. We had 100 and some odd people there. It was insane. Now, if you remember correctly, I didn't want this to make a right shoulder. I saw this is a shoulder, this is a head, and I said, I'm going to make a right shoulder. We will have to see tomorrow. It did. Even here, it made a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. See how you can see it here? The inverted inside of the stochastics RSI. Right? I had this horrible PTSD of anxiety right now that I had the BOOKMAP up. And I was like, oh my God, BOOKMAP's been up the whole time. Now we have 577 on the live, 366. May I have the likes? If you keep hitting that like button, we get all the way to a new age. We help more people hit this live. Get the energy, get the vibe, drink the lemon water, work out, change their lives. People change their lives when they meet me. People change their lives when they meet me. Shoulder, head, and a shoulder. Bang, right? So, resistance. You're hitting a resistance right now at 102.19. And we want to see this roll over yet again. Look, the 4 hour says you're rolling over, though. You're overbought. The 1 hour yet again keeps getting to the end of its existence and not getting through the move. And look, now you got this rising wedge here. And that's going to break you to the downside. And that's now in my smaller channel. And this is my bigger channel, once I zoom out for you, that we're watching for the dollar index. And in the bigger channel, we go down, we go up, we come back down. We're coming down to this area. All right? So remember, I still have a bearish eye on this. I mean, the 4 hour looks horrible for the dollar index. This is a good sign for next week for Bitcoin. So thank you so much for that super chat. I saw the balls jumping up. May God bless you and yours. Thank you so much for the super chat. 5 beans. SOS HIMEEBITS still looks like a no-go. Interesting. We'll take a look at HIMEEBITS. Shout out to Lakochi Coker, CNC Ireland. Pay the man. Aptos, someone said. Namaste is the word for me and my wife in our marriage counseling. Namaste, my friend. Namaste. One Earth on the daily, respecting the 618, ready to pump. I mean, I have it out there. That's a trade that's been in the trading group. Still sitting, ready to go. Guys, I'm bullish on my life or family. Shout out to Joshua Jolowick. We produce beautiful people that do beautiful things. Engine, my guy. Appreciate it. Shout out to Brick Dorsey in the house. Brick, my man. Brick, I'm getting tight. I'm getting big, Brick. I'm getting big for you, Brick. I'm eating my steaks, baby. I'm putting up the iron, man. I'm hitting it. I don't think I'll ever be as big as you, but I'm going to try to get there. You know? Just for you, baby. Just to show you how much I want it. Shout out to Toby. Thank you for jumping on in. Axie, Phantom, Compound, One Earth, and Injective Protocol. Miss Teen Crypto in the house, somebody said. Shout out to Miss Teen Crypto. Shout out to Miss Teen Crypto. There she is. What up? Appreciate you. Thank you for jumping on in. Everybody check her out. Check out her channel whenever you can. Subscribe to Miss Teen Crypto. Much love to you and yours. Randy. You're the best, Randy. Always making me smile. Thank you for the messages. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. I need all the love I can get. I'll take all the love I can get. Send it in. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Jamie. Love you, Jamie. She's here. I usually get the scanner version. Right. Now that's her, man. That's her. So dollar index coming to this downside here. 101.270. Good. So far, so good for Bitcoin. Now it could go lower, make a falling wedge, and then it could break on up, right? So, but I take it one day at a time. Stay in the present moment. And right now we're getting rejected again by this resistance. We do have a shoulder, head, and a shoulder. And it's funny, even Bitcoin's in an inverted, huh? Not both of these inverted can break up unless they both pump together, which would be strange. So one of them is going to have to bite the bacon, and I believe it's going to be the dollar index. We want it to be the dollar index. And look, it has a new resistance area here that it's beginning to form. Because look, bounce, 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 resistance, resistance. And there's a change right there at 102.18. Okay, so shout out to everybody here. Someone wants to know when you stream exactly 12 Eastern time. They put a question mark up. Okay. Axie, Phantom, Compound, One Earth, and Injective. Let's get into the super chats. Now we can see where the dollar index is. It's a good sign that we can get a dump for Bitcoin. We don't want to make it out of here, and we don't want to break this trend line. A break of this and a break of this would change the story in the whole narrative. And we'll be watching for you every 5 to 6 hours, keeping you updated in the markets. Okay? Keeping you updated in the markets. So check it out. Let's be free, baby. So now let's look. NAKA, one of my babies, baby, continued to pump. NAKA, baby, NAKA up 77%. I showed you this parabola starting to form. I put it in the flag here. Banged on NAKA. If you're in the trading group, we knew about NAKA a year and a half ago. We've been trading NAKA for when it first came out. I don't know how long, but it seemed, I guess it's been it's got to be about a year. This thing's been out for a long time. NAKA. It's an old coin to me now. Can you check HNT? Shout out to Bling Stylex. Any single thing for you, baby. We got you. NAKA banging on them to the upside, though. Shout out to anyone that may or may not get into NAKA. Then I made this other flag here that would continue to the upside. NAKA, baby, NAKA. Look at that. Moving. NAKA, that's so interesting. 77% gains. Who would have thought? On the 77. 27 cents. NAKA, baby, NAKA. All right. Insanity. Absolute insanity. Wow, that was an explosion. Look at that. Oh my God, the balls are everywhere. Where do they go? Oh my God, I got one. I got another one. They came all over the place. Look at these things. They fell all over the place. I didn't mean to. It's a Freudian slip, and I didn't mean what you think I meant. I meant like they came onto the floor, like they fell all over the place. Don't do that. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me, Timmy. Look, and even put an alert there when it passed the alert. Time to get in. We talked about this. We went over it on the live stream. Bang, bang, bang. Private screen share. NAKA, baby, NAKA. Continuing to pump. What a beautiful move for NAKA up 77. And once Gala started to move, NAKA likes to follow. Is there more gas for NAKA is the question. I mean, your 1 hour spent. Your 4 hours pretty high. Like, I like to let it cool down now. Come back to the 21-day moving average. I don't chase him. I replace him. All right? Jay-Z in it on the chat. On the charts, baby. So NAKA. Let's take a look at Phantom for my man. Phantom's been on a tear as well. Been a boomer, right? Phantom. So look, I'm looking at this here. Let me take a look at the daily for Phantom. So Phantom had a nice pump. All right. Now, it's interesting that the daily looks ready to go. Now, I'm looking for a pullback possibly to support. But see this? This is an Adam and Eve double bottom. basically almost 90% of the time, an Adam and Eve makes a 40 to 50% gain. That's a giant Adam and Eve. That thing wants to blast up to 50, about 71. This thing could make a huge move to the upside. So I'm looking at this very, very closely. This thing could boom. Phantom to the upside, right? A pullback to support can create a great entry. Boom, right? And look, resistance, boom, a bounce. So very interesting to me. You also got above the point of control, and this high volume node says you're going to go to the value area high here at about 70 cents to expunge all the liquidity, right? I'm looking for a beautiful pullback to support would be the best place to get in. I mean, that would be an absolute, like, that would be the safest entry. 15-minute and stuff like this will show you. I mean, that may be the closest we get. We may not get the pullback all the way there. I mean, that's a nice flag. Does Phantom continue? Phantom's on an insane tear. The daily even suggested it may. The 22 is getting a little high for me. So, like, I'm looking for a pullback or some type of consolidation before I just, go all deep in it. But this is one of my favorite coins, one of my favorite projects, Phantom. And that's an Adam and Eve double bottom on Phantom, right? But we just got to kind of watch this pullback here. That is a flag on the 15. Take a look at your 1 hour. Your 1 hour has gasoline, says it can continue to the upside. 1 hour suggests that this move does move. And it's interesting here. Now we have a hidden bullish divergence on Phantom. Hidden bullish does, I love playing hidden. Highly likely to play to the upside. What is hidden? You have a swing up to swing up here on these two different times. But this swings down. That's going to give you a 90% chance from my back testing and my usage of it that you're going to make a high higher than this previous high. This like kind of pushes me to want to jump on into this trade. 7-minute comes and gets ready for a move, and the 15-minute maybe, resets. So what I like to do is put alerts here on the 15-minute, wait for the 15-minute to hit. When it hits the alert, it's ready to rock. And it's ready to move. So very, very interesting to me. Phantom to the upside. 28% gains coming out of Phantom. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. The hidden bullish divergence has me at hello. Especially, look, it's even on the 15. Tells me that we're not going to make a low lower than this low, and somehow even if we squiggle up inside down, we're going to boom. Getting tight with the moving averages there on the 15-minute time frame. Looks like a nice scalp on the 15-minute for me. So, Phantom looking very interesting on the 15-minute time frame. Some hidden bullish divergence as well. So there's been a delay with that. That's what it's been. My mouse has been disappearing when I just click the copy. If you haven't done it in a second, I think it takes a second. That's all. It's kind of a hidden bullish even on the 1 hour time frame too as well. And the 1 hour has momentum. Definitely worth watching this flag for Phantom. I personally would consider getting in. Both these trades look interesting to me today. The hidden bullish is interesting. Okay. All right. Shout out to the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Likes all the way up to 400, pumping us to 600 people on the live. Unbelievable. And now we're going to get into Axie Infinity. We're going to run through these chats, baby, these super chats. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. $69 in chat revenue. May God bless each and every one of you. Very kind, very loving, very nice. The support is unbelievable. Thank you for the blessings. So this has descending triangle vibes. All right, descending triangle, got a flat bottom and a slanted top. They tend to dump on you. All right, I just want to be honest. I'm just going over what I've seen. However, Axie's been hot. It's been moving interestingly. It's been doing well. Kind of has this trend line going on. It's in a bit of a channel, uptrending channel. And it's at a point of control that it's not losing. And it also looks like a bit of a double bottom there. 1, 2, right? So I got mixed signals, but the double bottom is strong. And honestly, because that low is a little lower, it changes it to a symmetrical triangle, in my humble opinion. Like, I get that little tweak. If it was flatter, then we'd have to call it a day. So we could call it a symmetrical. Length of the base of the triangle is the move. Now they're 50-50. They could go either way, so you just have to always have the idea that it's 50-50. When I have a 50-50 pattern, I always put out the 50-50 measured moves. When I don't have a 50-50 pattern, like I just put out the measured move. I put out the measured move of exactly what the book tells me. So like this is what the book tells me, that this could go either way, and that's what I have to watch out for. All right. Now that I have that set and the parameters put down, and I know where I'm at, right? I start looking at the 4-hour time frame, and I look at this double bottom too as well, and I look at this falling wedge, right? And look at that, you know. So, and the lack of bearish momentum, you got falling volume with falling price, which is an indication to me for reversal. I'm at a point of control, but I'd like the moving average also far apart. A little too further than I want them to be. Same thing here with the 22-hour time frame, but we're resetting. Looks like Axie may have just a little more consolidation before its next bigger pump. Daily could flip. The 3 days getting extended to as well. So, Axie, the 1 hour could pump on you. What I'd be looking at is possibly a retest of this area. That would be like this breaks up and retest there, right above that node. I mean, boom, and I ride this gap. Be a nice gap trade for me personally on Axie Infinity. That's probably what I'd be looking. So that's something I like to do. Just the safer trade or the more probable area to enter into liquidity, right? More volume we get in there, you'll have a lot of bots and people that want to get into the retest of this resistance and support zone. All right. That area is 1222. All right. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. All I do is just go over charts and look at things and have fun. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. So thank you for jumping on in with me. Let's take a look at KuCoin on the move. KuCoin. Golden pocket for KuCoin. Wants to bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Bounce, bounce. Right? I mean, the golden pocket has also been major support. See, I got two supports there. Support, support, baby. Bring that in. Bring that in. We've been on the support for like 2 days now. Very interesting. Shout out to the 677 from Tori. May God bless you, Tori. We'll take a look at your baby. CELR, my man. Okay. I did watch you're the man, dude. Avalanche and Quant on my next bags, baby. Interesting. And we'll take a look at Injective, don't worry. We'll take a look at that as well. Miss Teen still holding us down. Jesse Ray, go Gala, go Gala, go. Gala has room in the 4 hour and a ton of room on the daily. Super Chats, Compound, HIMEEBITS, Injective Band, HNT Code, Covalent. Can you elaborate on XEC Dot and CELR? Wow. Wow, we just got hit off. Wow. The amount of information you're about to get and the amount of trading and charting you're about to see is going to be off the chains. So look, One Earth, falling wedge, Fibonacci drawn to the 618, point of control holding, golden pocket, support, support. I mean, you got a lot going on for this, right? 22 hour looks ripe and ready, or is it a little, nah, it got high. That's interesting. For me personally, means it may come down one more time for the set, but the daily was low, which is like, that's something that I don't usually play with. Usually I wait for the 22 hour and the daily to both be on the same page, right? So that's a little bit of an interesting concern. Has kind of descending vibes in a way, but yeah, still in the wedge. And that's what I was saying. Sometimes I release this little nip. Again, some people consider that a wrongdoing. I backtest this for years and kind of play with it. You know, what I want is more touches on the trend line. 1, 2, 3 touches. As a man, it still gives you some good touches too, though. I'll have to give it to me even on my own accord. Could you lose and come down here? Anything is possible, right? Could there be a rug pull? Could they, anything could happen, right? You always have to be open-minded, always have a stop loss, always be ready for risk, right? But it is attempting a higher low. I mean, many 22-hour candles have closed there. Daily candles have closed above support. It's a pretty big deal, right? We traded this before for massive gains a few times in this last run-up. And we waited for it to reset for like the last few weeks, and it's getting ready. The last run-up was about December 11th. Or December 22nd, right? No, December 10th, right? So we've been waiting a month and a half almost. A month and 10 days for this to move, right? My man's in at Quant at 49, my man. We started getting into Quant this year at 87. Quant, baby, Quant, right? ISO 222 token as well for Quant. Kind of a cup and handle too for One Earth. So 22-hour has me not wanting to pull the trigger till it kind of resets. Or does it, at the end of the day, I do one of two things. 70% of the time I wait for this to come down. But there is a set where I open my trade. I put my stop loss below the 786 fib. And, and try to get protection from the 200 SMA. And I get protection from the 200 SMA and I go for it. And that's, it is what it is. You got a lot of support here to hide the stop loss underneath. The 200 SMA, some fibs, and that area, right? Again, anything is possible. Could dump it a second, right? Lifer, thanks for everything you do for the community. If you get a chance, could you look at GMT taking off? We'll take a look at GMT. And GMT is a known coin that likes to make waves, likes to make bacon on the beach, right? So I have a look at this going parabolic, all right? Seems to follow Gala and NAKA. Like, it's not in the same, area, but it's got like the same kind of market cap. It's in the same, zone of small cap gems on KuCoin, next global area. So it gets that push. Look, you're getting a golden cross right there. After a golden cross, pretty big things like to happen, right? I always talk about putting the RSI in a bullish pattern, and even the RSI is in a bit of a, bull pennant here. Stochastics pointing to the upside, 4 hours swinging with a higher low, the 1 hour pushing to the upside, okay? Remember, that's a bit of a cup in handy there too, with the 1 hour pushing to the upside. And if Bitcoin stays flat, these coins are going to do what they want. So that could definitely push to the upside right now, right? My problem with GBT feels like everyone bought in cheap and is staking it all. Hey, that could be the case too. But the staking could create the traders that trade it and the bots that attempt to trade it, like lighten the liquidity, would help it push up. So, this is what the chart conveys, that we could get a big move here. 22-hour. The daily's headed back down while price action moves up. That's a bullish divergence on stochastics movement with price. Price has been moving up while the stochastics are moving down. It's highly likely. That's building momentum and pressure, right? Momentum indicators are like a sponge, or like a squeezing. It's like you're squeezing so much energy into one small space, okay? And just one other thing to add to our Friday is the shorts are getting squeezed a little bit here on BOOKMAP. These are short liquidations, all right, happening as we speak. 12K, 8K, 5K, 4K. These are short liquidations coming into the zone. And you can see that 23,200 area looks like it's definitely going to get touched, right? The liquidity was a bit thicker up here than it was down there. We have this major buy wall at 22,500 with 1,300 Bitcoin that really suppressed any type of movement down yesterday. We hit it a bunch of times on BOOKMAP, and you can see that it was a wall. And that wall just did not let the price go below. So that's a very interesting sign. That's kind of what gave us the level to get back up. And now we're at 23,100. Bitcoin doing a little bit of damage here. Short squeezing on BOOKMAP. Link to BOOKMAP below if you want to use it. It does give me a commission. I greatly appreciate it. I love the whole team at BOOKMAP. Really good people. I met the guy that created it, Sachi, the founder. I met the whole team, Bruce, Josh, and everybody over there. I really like the team. So shout out to BOOKMAP. Thank you for the constant support and the love. Look, a big liquidation now, 26,000. More shorts getting liquidated. I don't know why you would short a bullish consolidation. You know what I mean? But doesn't make sense to me. But anything, people do whatever they want, right? So that's the GMT idea, man. That thing looks pretty nice. And again, look at the support and resistance. Is it SR flipping? Previous resistance almost gets there, comes back, gets above, bang. Previous resistance becomes new support. Understand this idea, the GMT flip. We put out a GMT flip right here for GMT. So I believe it's, what is it, GMT? Maybe I put it on GMT USD.3L, right? So that's still in the money. I deleted already, but that trade happened already. Came back. No, it was GMT itself. I might have done it the day I was switching my things and I was in different places, right? But we played this flag to the upside already, came back down inside the channel, and that's how we kind of figured out what channel we're in, all right? So GMT is interesting. Tighter moving averages too, with the 200 moving with this yellow parabola. See that? They're kind of in line. You couldn't even see it because they're both the same yellow. Unbelievable. That's a really strong sign, and that is a cup and handle, an emerging ascending cup and handle, if you want to call it. Let's take a look at compound, right? on KuCoin. So when you take a look at this, I mean, you're in an ascending triangle. Beautiful move, right? Just keeps consolidating in the zone. And if it stays above this point of control, then you know you got yourself a bit of a winner here. Again, the 1 hour is like half spent on half the coins. I wouldn't be surprised if you just see some sideways action. It's a bigger liquidity coin with a lot, it has bigger volume and a bigger market cap. So it takes a lot more to move compound. It's not like these other little coins that we're going over. All right. So you got to put that in on a low volume Friday and just ask yourself, does it have the juice to get there? And that's something that you want to consider. All right. It's hanging above a point of control, which is a good sign. As long as it stays above that POC, like right there, I'm good to go. Like, I like that. It's consolidating beautifully. I believe it's only a matter of time till this plays out. This is a beautiful, beautiful bull pennant. 68% chance of 33% gains for compound. Headed all the way up to possibly 69 cents. What's the bearish idea? I mean, what's your daily and your 22 and your big time frames? They're looking good. Daily's resetting, 22's pointing up. I like what I'm seeing for compound. Just had a golden cross. It's above the 200 SMA. We're seeing a lot of good signs, man. I've been going over this for the whole week, right? And the idea of what we're looking at. So, interesting for compound. Thank you for that beautiful super chat. May God bless you. Thank you so much for adding compound to the radar. Compound looking good on the 22-hour time frame for continuation to the upside, right? If it stays above the point of control, we got ourselves a winner for compound. Comp looking nice. Okay. Did Dar really take it there? Nope, not yet, but it's... Man. Look at NAKA flagging. Lately, watching the hottest coins of the day on the smaller time frames and scalping them has been paying off. You know what I mean? NAKA may really get another little run here. It may not, too. It could double top, but I mean, just watch it. It's the hot coin of the day. People running in. They can't really... People were jumping to green candles, but they can't see the flags. You discipline, if I trade the flag in a disciplined manner. And you remember on the stream, it's when we're actually, this is when the capping happens. You know what I mean? When we start capping. No cap. No cap, man. I think that's the first time I said it. It finally made it into my lingo. But that's another flag there, something I would definitely look at. Uppo finally got the move, baby. Shout out to anyone that jumped into Uppo. We did it. We did it, baby. Boom. And you wait and you wait and you wait. Who waited for Uppo? Unbelievable. Uppo finally getting the move to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Up 62%. Uppo. Right? And look what it was, a beautiful, beautiful channel. Like there was a 68% chance this was going to break to the upside. Tight moving averages. Man, it just feels good to be alive, man. I love that. Uppo to the upside, blasting. Boom, boom, boom. Up only. It's called up only, so you expect it to perform. You're like, dude, you said you were called up only. You better do Uppo. You better be exactly what you said you were. Banging on them to the upside. Uppo. And here's my trade for Uppo. Put it on 112. I've been watching it that long. It kept going, kept going. We had a reposition, but it never hit the stop. But this thing eventually banged on him. Uppo to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Someone with not a lot of money, right? This is the idea here. Enters this trade with $500. Okay? $500. 25% stop loss. Right? Can lose basically what? $125, right? So you put it in. And if it hits, you either lose 125 or you could gain dang near your entire portfolio. And this thing did not hit the stop loss and would bang to the upside. Unbelievable, like Uppo. So this is crazy. We started watching it down here. Stop loss was down into the 7s. Never went into here again. See, this is the initial when I watched it. I'll stock a coin. That one did pump. We took it. Came back down. We continuously put this into a trade. Look, Uppo reminds me of what? Anybody? Anybody? There's a coin that's sitting ready to go just like Uppo. And my photographic memory is kind of scanning through my brain. And it's like, It's this coin. Look, do you see what I'm saying? And so you can see why I trade what I trade, right? Look at this here. Stop loss lower than the previous low, 21%. This also has a 90% or 100% possibility rate. It may take its time. It may take 4 to 5 days. Eventually, you get the move to the upside. You know what I mean? Only a matter of time. XYO ready to rock. XYO ready to rock. So very, very interesting. I like the tight moving averages. You know, what I don't, 1 hour isn't in the perfect space, right? And you can open these up. They might do something like this. Nothing's guaranteed in trading. You just keep reworking your patterns. You have to be flexible. Bruce Lee talks about being like water, always flowing into the jar, always molding into the cup. Always be like water. Always be like water, right? So, I mean, the more rigid you are, the harder it is to conform, to change when life throws you a curveball, right? So, shout out to my beautiful team. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to everybody that helps me on my way, man. I appreciate you. Shout out to all my elite crew, and shout out to everybody in my trading group. May God bless each and every one of you. You are also all amazing people. Amazing, amazing people. Shout out to Andrew Simwa, man. You're the man, dude. I love this dude, man. Love is love, man. Sleep well. I always have my Discord open while I'm live streaming. You know that. I'm watching my people, man. That's my team. I love being with my team. Back above 23K for Bitcoin. Loving it. Watching this short, still getting, and it's not a lot of people, but they're getting who they can. Whoever is not really the brightest idea to leverage trade on a Friday afternoon, all right? Like Friday at 11:30. Friday at lunchtime even. Lunchtime's already lower liquidity, and you're going to trade on a Friday on low liquidity, right? I mean, honestly, it's back and forth. If you know your sauce and you've been watching the volume in the market and you kind of know when to slip in and slip out, that's different. But you definitely don't want to like learn how to do it. It's like learning how to sail when there's no wind, you know? But watching this, look, it looks like we're going to get to 23,300 now. Now the orders are kind of growing, right? And it looks like they're going to suck us up into this area. So it just is what it is. This is just what is going on. And this is why I use BOOKMAP, because it can show me the direction of price action due to how many orders are on the order book. Like it's just direct, it's a direct representation of where we're going to go based on how many orders we can fill. We got to fill the orders. The orders, that's how this whole thing works. That's how exchanges make money. That's how the whole system ebbs and flows, okay? So the long tool can give you your risk-to-reward ratio. It's a beautiful thing to have a risk-to-reward ratio. Look at this thing. You trade this 10 times. You lose it 7 times. You lose 7 times 21, 147%, right? 7 times 21, 147%. Agreed? You win 3 times, you win 300%. 300 minus, right? 147 is 233, right? Yeah. So, I mean, no, 133. So, no, yeah, 40 to 50, 153, sorry. You make 153% more, right? And you only win 3 out of 10 trades. And that's the key. That's what you want to be looking at. That's what you're going for, all right? Let's get to 500 likes, baby. I know we can do it. Chat revenue is booming. You people are out of control. And Michael Potts yesterday. Who would have thought Michael Pa? Unbelievable. Who here has been here since Michael Pa began? Who here saw the first Michael Pa super chat? I just want to know. Who here saw the first Michael Pa super chat? XYO definitely on the radar. I'm really liking what I'm seeing for XYO. I am personally in this trade. Just to make it really clear. I am personally in the XYO trade. I am personally in that trade. All right. My problem with GMT is that it feels like everyone bought in. I like what you're saying, and I like that you know about it. Type Crow, man, you're the man, dude. Lifer, you can add a membership to your YouTube. I know, I was seeing that. Jim Cramer, the GOAT of reverse indicators, right? Isn't that funny? Shout out to Jesse Ray. It's so funny, man. I was a witness to that gentleman's generosity, right? That was insane. That's a very nice way to say it. I was a witness to the gentleman's generosity. Shout out to Brett Maher. I like how you talk. All 3 scenarios of options close support. Support of the bulls. Yeah. How many push-ups we get in today? Ooh, shout out to Brick Dorsey. I got in. How many push-ups? How many push-ups did I do, babe? At least 60 to 70 push-ups today. But I do them like this. I was doing these. And then going down for the burpee, pushing up. Going down for the burpee, pushing up, right? Then I was doing my floor sprints, right? And then I was doing my jump ups, hitting my knees, squatting, jump up, hitting my knees, squatting, jump up, hitting my knees, squatting, right? Jump up, hitting my knees, squatting, right? Just doing them. Doing them. Yesterday was arm day. You know what I mean? Today was push-up day, calisthenic day. Boom. Okay. Cross-training, baby. Given everything. 60 to 70 push-ups is a good. Drink goat milk after a full boost of high. Okay. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Sir, can you check Wing Finance, please? Don't forget fist pumping. Okay. Stack McChange was one of the first people ever in my live stream. Love Learning was the first person to ever be in my group. Like, she was the first person to even, like, take a tutoring session with me. Stack was there from the beginning, man. There's no way lost. It's still love here. Don't bring that. I love you, man. I love you, bro. You're the best. I don't listen to it, bro. Crypto Cash from the very beginning, man. I love you, brother. Crypto Cash gave me a freaking giant alpaca, like, back rub. We're going to actually start using that. We're going to pin it to this big thing. Believe me, that's coming in, dude. Don't think you're not going to see that as part of the stream, brother. We're just making sure, we're just getting it ready. You know, we want it to be perfect. Phantom breaking out, waiting on a retest. I mean, I showed you that flag. That flag looks like it could pump, right? Do you remember the date of your first stream? I don't really. No. Super chats, HIMEEBITS injective protocol banned. Let's keep it moving. Let's take a look at Injective. I love Injective. It was one of the first little mini decentralized exchanges that I picked out back in the day. If you remember, the other day I put out a 7-minute flag here, and I said 7-minute scout for Injective right there. And I wanted to get to the measured move at about 288. We got to a high of about 279, and then we started to go flat again. It's interesting. This thing looks like it's just fun to scalp on the smaller time frames. Peyton, dude, this thing looks like something you would eat alive, man. You love this thing. Look, it's about to get above this point of control, right? It's about to get above the point of control. I mean, it's interesting. So, you will see. Only time will tell, right? But shout out to Lifer Friend, man. May God bless you and yours, man, for the rest of your life, dude. You are protected in good karma and namaste, man. Like, you have good karma for the rest of your life. Like, look at the tight moving averages and about to move up. I mean, that's just a scalp, though. Bigger time frame, 1 hour even suggests this can happen. So a nice scalp coming on Injective, possibly. You had some bearish divergence, right, that played out. This was a swing up to swing up. You can see how this started to swing down. Definitely have to heed that, but you could say it played out. Bearish divergence only gets you to the next resistance, and it's just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin hit a level. Everything is kind of falling. Bitcoin takes that dump. It'll take a dump, too. All right. One thing I also see here. But yeah, man, this is interesting. So that's another, that was another scalp that I put out that's in the money, right? That's in the money. So bang, 20% gains. Moving to the upside there. And look, falling volume with falling price. So interesting. You know what I mean? So interesting. What I don't like is the moving averages are far apart. You know, that means if you get a pump, you may have to get more consolidation. What you want is to consolidate more. So, like, does it go longer to the sideways action and kind of let the moving averages find their way? It's going to make something like that. We don't know exactly the pattern it's going to make. That would be even nicer if it just makes a bull pennant like that. See? What I do see, what I just found out, look, swing up to swing up, swing down. I mean, it's got hidden bullish. Hidden bullish changes the whole story for me. I see hidden bullish, and I'm just more apt to play that. It's just I fell in love with it, and it was one of my first. It's kind of like, you know what they say about a dog? When a dog is born, it doesn't have the ability to see. It doesn't have the ability to really open it. It can smell. So, and then it eventually gets its eyesight. And I could be wrong, but I've read this, right? So a dog remembers its smell the most because it's the first real sense that it used, right? And that's the kind of same thing with me. Like, the first real trading thing that I really believed in was hidden bullish. And no, I'm not a dog. I'm just, you know what I mean? But the idea... You can say anything you want, and this thing works great. Like, I used to go fishing, Right, watch. Like, I mean, it doesn't even have to be funny. Be like, I like boots. Like, watch. No, watch. Just watch. I like boots. You laughed, yo. You laughed, right? It doesn't make any sense. They programmed us so well. Watch. Look. Watch this. This is going to make you laugh, though. Watch. I press buttons. No, wait. You got to do it right. I cleaned my belly button this morning. You got to do it right, though. It's got to be timed right or it doesn't work. It's like, I like to watch the trees. Am I right, though, or is it ridiculous? Maybe I'm ridiculous, but anyway. Injector protocol. Getting just a little far apart there. Let's take a look at our 4 hours. It could struggle. Basically means I could scalp it, but I'd be a little weary of it getting too high, you know? Unless we could see parabolic runs, right? I like seeing Bitcoin back above 23K. So 15 minute might get a bit of a scalp here. Pump, come up and down. But bigger time frames, not as sustainable for me. 22 is a little too high for me. Once something gets up that big and it pumped really high away from the 200 SMA, I mean, it had the tight moving averages and it got its move. I see a pullback coming for injective. So usually you're out of resistance right here. It's previous resistance right there, you can see, and then out of resistance there. I have this hidden, so I just made these lines accidentally. But the idea is, it's likely to pull back a little bit, maybe to here, or go up a little more and pull back. Possibly scalp in the small time frames, but I feel like it kind of had a bit of a move already, right? Comp printing, baby. Type Crow, why did you say OMG? XYO booming with lots of volume on the 15 minute. Bang. Friend is pumping XYO. I love you, friend. Shout out to DK. I trade off hidden bullish more than any other divergence too. It's a beast. Continuation versus reversal. Oh, it's unbelievable. Dogs are too good. I don't know why we deserve them. I agree with you. I agree, man. I love dogs, bro. SP 500 pumping. Let's take a look at the ES1 S&P futures. Woo-wee. So look, we talked about this major resistance that had to break. We talked about the savvy cup and hattie to the upside. That was looking pretty strong, right? Look at that cup and handle. Look at the energy on a Friday afternoon for the S&P. Pumping. And then look, I mean, we talked about this flag. It made it out the flag. We talked about the cup and handy there. And this is why I love my show. Even for me, it helped me stay consistent because we get to see exactly where we left off before. Look at this shoulder. Look at this. I mean, tell me TA isn't textbook. Shoulder, head, shoulder. We're breaking that neckline. Can we pump to the upside? What is the measured move of that even? Bang, baby, bang to 41.22. I love what I'm looking at here. Let's take a look at the flag that's starting to form too as well. Let's look at the flag that's starting to form. And the flag is in this pole. Boom, right? Boom. That flag could make a bit of a move. Look at that. 41.20. So interesting. Our measured move is 41.20 for ES1. Hey, pump it up, baby. The next resistance is my yellow zone. We get above that. I mean, we're good. Not good, but at least the good things are happening that we were projecting. We could not look the bigger picture, which you're going to see. It's going to be hard to see for a second, but we didn't want to get rejected by this area. Look, we've also been showing you this inverted head and shoulder. We also showed you this trend line, and we talked about it when we got down here and everyone got bearish. I said, we're still in a trend line. We could bounce to the top. And we did. And then we came down and I showed you the cup and handle when everyone else thought we could dump. I said, there's hope. My ability to find patterns gives us hope. It shows us where the price action is going to take us. It's insane. All you need is a sheet. All you need is a sheet. Like, watch this. I'm going to blow your mind right now. I'm going to blow your mind. And I'm going to show you how even you can do this and get to the next level. All right? Even you can do this and get to the next level. All right? This is the main sheet you're looking at here. Okay? Look, inverted breaks up. It doesn't have the cup and handle, but you'll eventually learn cups, and the handle is a falling wedge. But look at this falling wedge. Comes down, falls down. Right? You look at ES1. Came down. That's exactly that pattern. Right? Oop. Where did I put you? Trading patterns, Right there, yeah. But that's like, look, see this pattern there? Down and then to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. Let's go look at ES1. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5 touches, but I mean the same. Look, it's a textbook pattern. Textbook. And it says you have a 68% chance you're going to break out the length of the pole back to the upside. And you can take it from here to here. I mean, that's exactly where we're going. I mean, it's just nuts. So that alone had you. Then you got the inverted. Then you have the cup and handle. Like, then we have the flags. And you can see how we piece together the story by doing the due diligence. By just sticking to the script. By not playing games. Right? And consistency. We're here every single day. I put my whole life around streaming every single day. It's my life. All right? It's my life. So 41.22. Right? Bang. Is our next target. We have to get above this resistance. It seems we hit it and got rejected by it. And again, even if this is all we get and we go sideways for most of the day, this is a great way to end Friday afternoon for the S&P. So good signs for the S&P. We already looked at the dollar index. We got a good handle of what's happening. Let's look at the total market cap for all of cryptocurrency. Still in this ascending triangle. Still in the cup and handle, right? That flag is still valid too as well, which is pretty awesome. And, you know, it's very, very interesting. And, I mean, this is still valid until it's not. That's an inverted head and shoulder, and there's an inverted head and shoulder in there, just like in Bitcoin. You would expect, once the dominance is at a pretty high rate, that these are going to mirror Bitcoin pretty much to the T, within an 80 to 90% variation of the touch. All right? And back to Bookmap, as we told you too, there's just more liquidity up at top. Be very surprised that we don't hit 23,200 here in the next, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, in my humble opinion. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what Bookmap is telling us with the liquidity zones. Link in the description of Bookmap if you want to be a soothsayer. Now, you got to understand other things. You got to use the charts, and it's not going to make you an amazing trader overnight. And I used to use Bookmap, and it didn't always fit. Like, it took me some time to kind of get it into my trading style. I had to, anything you bring in, you got to bring in slowly but surely, right? People on the dance floor, baby. People on that dance floor. Keep it dancing, baby. And there you have it, baby. And there you have it. All right. Another 100 subs, 38,800 subscribers and climbing. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't clicked the subscriber button, please click it and help the lifer in the lifer community. God bless you, man. DMT3L in the daily. Looks like I might want to gravitate to the 200 SMA. I like what you're saying. I'm jumping in Illuvium Discord. Getting dates for potential pumps relevant to the chart. Thank you. Please answer back with the knowledge. We send lifers out into the world. They are our sentinels. You know what I mean? Floki did too, huh? Okay. Let's take a look at HIMEEBITS, which in my mind, HIMEEBITS is very low, right? The lowest it could be. That music got a little loud on me, huh? So let's take a look at HIMEEBITS here. Now, I showed it. Remember, someone asked me about it recently, and I was like, well, it's got to make some type of cup and handle. I guess you could say that is the cup and handle now, right? I thought maybe a higher handle before I even looked at it. Definitely not a cup of tea. No, funny. No pun intended, right? HIMEEBITS here. I mean, it's in a cup and handle, right? Look at that. It did break out of the cup and handle too, and it got some moves. But again, this was an NFT, fractional NFT that could have been hot for the moment, and no one will ever talk about it again. So, like, unless you research MATIC and really know what the MATIC are, and you really love MATIC, this could be a completely dead project. And it could pump like all the other ones have. They've been revived, but this one got beat down more than like High MAC and High Board 8 Yacht Club and all that other stuff, right? It also has lack of liquidity because the candles are just not thick enough on the chart. That always stresses me. Like, see that? See how that has just like, I don't like to trade, we traded this before when it was hot. It was different back then, right? Let's see how much of a move it has made, though. It's probably, 50%. So you have to zero in here, and you'd want to trade real small cap, small time frame. Start making some type of flag, right? Touch the 21-day moving average, and then it may go again. You got a cup and handle here. You have a resistance. Oh, look, you got a bit of an ascending triangle now that I'm looking at. See, that kind of broke up a few times. I mean, this is what I'm seeing. So cup and handle to the upside. Possible scalp for about 12%. I think there's better out there. I'd stay away from it. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do should be taken as financial advice. Okay? Band, baby, Band. Band's a different story. Band's a real coin that's been out a long time. All right? So we talked about Band. Breaking out of this falling wedge, it did that. Band was at 138. It's up to 210. Went to a high of 223. Then we saw this strange flag that kind of broke down, broke back inside, and then broke out. Measured move of this flag was the bigger length of the pole that I've been kind of waiting on. Right? And that would take Band to about $2.54. What I like to do is just delete everything. I don't even know I have it. I mean, there's a cup and handle in a way. Wow, my little baby, she's starting to talk in a way that's just... And I have to make sure to focus on my kids and my family more than anything else. There's a lot of distraction in my life recently. Well, honestly, that's on me. I got to make sure that I don't let things become a distraction. Something's a distraction, I just remove it. So just remove distractions out of your life and keep moving. Stay focused. Do what you did to keep you where you're going, right? And cut out the things that didn't help you get where you were going. Just stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. I even have to tell myself, stay focused, Sammy. Stay focused, right? 11:51. Wow, we got to run. We're gonna get it though. We're gonna get it. So Band protocol. Resistance. I mean, it hit the next resistance area. You can clearly see that. I like this project long term. So here, I have to just, this is an OCD thing for me. I have to delete everything and just look at it again because I want to see something different. See, yeah, now I'm seeing something different. See? And I see kind of a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder, even though it's not perfect. It's just horribly deformed. You know, most people I wouldn't even mention that to. Like, sometimes I see charts that I just keep to myself or like an idea because it's just so far from the average thought process that it just looks deranged. Anyway, keep that to myself. But you got above a point of control. That's a really good sign that you're going to get to this high volume node. All right, so we play our VRVP. We want to look at our 22-hour. It's a little spent at resistance, right? So it's not the worst thing in the world, but it tells me that we are at a bit of a resistance point. And, you know, we want to fill this area. I'm confident Band could continue. The whole market looks pretty good to me, but anything is possible. I like Band protocol as a project. I believe a lot of people use it without people realizing it. Look at the daily pushing up. That's a good sign. You kind of still see that shoulder. That you kind of see it, even though it's not amazing. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything here that I didn't take a look at before. Cool little flag there that could send you up. But bigger picture is I believe in, a month's time, Band could get to $4.22, honestly. But it's going to be a long road. It's going to be an emotional hold. Bitcoin's going to go up and down throughout it. There's going to be times you're up, times when you're down. That's going to be it's not going to be the easiest trade to play out, but it looks like it may over time. Tight moving averages pushing up. See if your daily or your 3-day has legs. 3 days a little spent. See, what worries me is the 3 days spent on a lot of time frames. So we're going to push through the next week or two with this daily and the 22, and we're going to take our scalps. But at one point, I'm going to start pointing out that the 3-day, the 4-day, and the bigger time frames are getting a little spent. And we're going to have to heed that and kind of see where we are in the overall trend. All right. So that's just something, But I don't like to bring things up before we need to get too crazy about it. But it definitely is something we want to keep on the radar. HNT. Now this is a mining coin, right? That has its own network, and it's like an free internet mining. I got into it for a while. We used to trade it. It was hot, but then it did something like, right? They did a halving, right? It had a halving, and then I think they also changed the supply. Like they cut, like if you had 100, they gave you 10 and then changed the price or something. I could be wrong, but I believe there was what they call a I don't know why I don't remember. They used to do it in stocks all the time. A dilution. I believe they diluted the stock, the coin price. Am I wrong? Could someone could verify this for me? Now, what I like about it is you're in a beautiful flag right above the 200 SMA. And you're using the 200 SMA to make the flag. And technically, that's a Sammy cup and handy to the upside, right? I mean, 100% technically, right? So, boom, look at this cup. That's a cup with a handle ready to rock city, right? 56% gains coming out of that movement, right? And so you got a gap here in the VRVP, which tells you you're likely to gap through. So this is definitely something to keep on the radar. I would be watching this. It may dip a little lower to this point of control, right? No guarantees this flag will be exactly what you want, but it is showing some signs of life. And the fact that it already gapped through here gives me good chance that this thing could continue to the upside. Just got above the 200 SMA. We know what happens when that happens. We've been watching it over and over and over again. I believe whoever put this out had an inkling as to what's happening. Appreciate you pointing that out, and you're on point. May God bless you, HNT USDT, right? HNT USDT, all right. 22-hour, right, above the 200 SMA, right? Gap in the VRVP ahead. Promising. It's laying out the idea of probability, right? Showing us signs of life for sure, right? Excuse me. So now let's keep it moving. $91.77 in chat revenue. I'm telling you about this 77. It will not leave me be. It will not leave me be. And it's probably from someone putting 77 and then the other evens. I get it. It comes from the group itself in a way. I guess it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, but it still happened, right? It still happened. Let's take a look at Covalent. Covalent on KuCoin, all right? We talked about it eventually making a move. Only a matter of time. And it took a long time, right? It took a while. Eventually pumped for about 37%. I mean, that's beautiful. And I told you it was going to take forever. And we talked about this bull, and I drew this idea, and I told you I like the project, I like the people, the tight moving averages. And there you have it. And it's still holding a gain of about, 27%. So Covalent, right? Not everything I say is going to pop the day I talk about it, right? I'm a patient trader, and I want to teach you patience in life, and it's a beautiful thing to do, to trade patiently, right? But this took a while. It can lock up some capital. But remember, in a bull market, things won't take a while. Things will be flying off the chain, all right? Can you elaborate on XEC? Interesting. All right. We're not done yet. We will answer every single super chat, so we're going to get to you. We appreciate you for caring. ECASH, all right? I did go over this already one time. Wealth redefined about ECASH, all right? Introducing ECASH, the new bottle-tested cryptocurrency forged from centuries of iconic theory over a decade of real-world crypto experience. ECASH is an implementation of tech-secured sound money envisioned by luminaries in monetary philosophy like Milton Friedman. And honestly, let's just give them their due diligence. Technology, like art, is soaring exercise of the human imagination. But our actions will be divisive in a world. ECASH.
Civilization is a story about human ingenuity and innovation.
I don't have time for this. Tell us, so this is just a prop piece, man. All right, that's not doing much for me. I get what they're doing, but it's not doing much for me. They took a bunch of, took a voiceover and a bunch of stuff. Avalanche, a consensus protocol to enhance blockchain security, enabled to near instant confirmations time, streamline future network upgrades, staking, e-tokens. How do they call their thing Avalanche when we already have AVAX? It's kind of weird, but roadmap, scaling, canonical transmission ordering, Schnorr signatures, quick, faster blockchain. I want to see if they got WASM, if they're implementing sharding. What are they doing? I got to read their white paper. I'd have to do more deep diving. They have wallet sizing. Their source code is right there. Documentation. Interesting. They don't tell you enough about really what they do, though. You'd like to get a little more information about what they're up to, really, right? Right? So, anyway, interesting enough. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. ECASH. Where can you buy this thing? What's the market cap on it? Almost has $1 billion market cap. So it's not even a boo coin. That's interesting. I thought it was a tiny little coin. Interesting. You're teaching me more. I mean, I've gone over it before, but I never realized how big of a... It's got a big market cap. You know, for what we trade, I mean, that's almost $1 billion market cap. I mean, it could go to a few billion. ECASH. And you're putting it on the radar. It's funny how low it is on the chart considering how big that market cap is. So you have a lot of people invested in this thing. Wow. And it's 0.000349. That's interesting. Is that really the market cap? I almost find that impossible, right? BitThumb, KuCoin, Bitfinex. Yeah, it's not even on the decentralized. It doesn't have a contract address, so it's not a DeFi coin. 765 million, fully diluted. 21 billion max supply, though, or 21 trillion. Let's see. 1,000, a million. No, a million. Yeah, a billion. Yeah, that's 21 trillion coins. That's crazy. It's a big number. Kind of seems like maybe the people that got in just sold the thing off, right? But wow, there's still a lot of money inside this thing. That's interesting to me. Funny, almost everything is looking pretty nice in the 1 hour for like possible scalps, but some of the bigger time frames aren't that great. But that's it, you know. It has the market cap. I don't know how many people are trading it on the day-to-day, right? We look down here and see like some daily volume. Yeah, 100,000 depth, right? That's KuCoin. That's not a lot of trades going on there, you know. So could make a move to the upside. 1 hour does want to push. Very little coin, right? ECASH. I like it and I don't like it, you know. I see some things I don't like. I see some things I do like. Depends. I see more things I don't like than I do like, though. All right, I talked about DOT, like looking like it was in an ascending triangle that broke up, broke back down, and was going tight. Looked like it's only a matter of time till this thing makes a bit of a move. Polkadot's got the parachains coming out. People are talking about it. It's interesting to me. It's interesting to you. We know what it does. We know what it can do. The 22-hour looks locked and loaded. We do even have a hidden bullish in there, right? Why does it make... It's funny. I was like, why are you doing that? You got to swing up here from swing low to swing low. You got swing down to swing down. That's a hidden bullish divergence. Tells us we should make a high higher than this high. 50 is eventually going to come for that 200. You're going to get the golden cross. Polkadot. This is the 3L token, which will produce 62% gains. I've been watching it closely. You might want to keep this on the radar. So this is on my radar too, is DOT, USDT.3L, right? And this is what I'm looking at as well. All right. So Polkadot, USDT.3L. Elite Charters. David, my A-Coin update. Thank you, Dave. God bless you, man. Love you, Dave, man. It's not easy, man, going through all that insanity at the hospital, man. Everyone say a prayer for my buddy, Dave. Not going to get in too deep into it. He's okay, right? He's okay, but, you know, got to do what he had to do, and, you know, not easy. So just want to say God bless Dave, him and his family. He was also in Wisconsin when all that craziness stuff went happen. Unbelievable. So, that hit my heart. I couldn't believe it. So let's look at the DOT by itself, but I'm just showing you DOT 3L because it's on my radar, right? Polkadot, I mean, the same kind of idea here. You broke out of the wedge, and now you make a bit of an uptrending flag. So what you can do is I like to go to the daily time frame. I like to see exactly what's going on, find a trend. We clearly broke the trend. We're about to get above that 200 SMA. It wants it bad. And it's just more of it's got that ascending, you know. What else did this recently? You know, NAKA did it. And I keep showing you how these rising wedges want to break out and cause moolah. Polkadot hasn't really gotten the bigger move yet, but it's going to close a daily candle above the 200 SMA tonight, possibly. Look at that. And that's going to be a nice move. Like the 200 SMAs create big moves, and you get above this point of control, you go to the volume area high. So it could begin a parabolic move for Polkadot. I already showed you a 62% gain possibly on the 3L token. So that's a well-devised idea that I'm already kind of putting together for myself. Looking at Polkadot, looking at Bitcoin, understanding the market, and then, you know, using a 3L token to take advantage of the move that Polkadot, and it's high risk, high reward. You got to know what you're doing. Get in, get out. It's not something you want to kind of hang out with all the time. Let's take a look at our baby CELR. Shout out to Tori. My man, shout out to Tori. CELR. Wow, CELR about to go to the target. We saw it in this falling wedge. It did break out, right? Unless I put a mini fib on there at one point. It's above the 200 SMA. It's a good sign on the daily time frame, right? Daily's resetting. 22 hours actually in a pretty good spot for CELR. So, again, where's my measured move? Takes your CELR all the way up to about 0.28. Says CELR could make another penny on this move from 1.7, right? So we go back to like the 3-day chart. We look at our big areas of resistance. We look at our areas of support, right? Once we understand where we're at, like a pullback to here would be amazing. Do we get that? High 3-day, there's a chance. We got to get above this point of control to keep it moving. We look at our 22, we can see that we're basically in another little flag that could make bacon on the beach. We take our measured move, we swing that on up. Then we kind of dive into our 4-hour time frame. It's a little spent, tells us that we'll continue sideways for a while. Unless there's a short squeeze in the whole market, but it's unlikely. Better idea is that the 4-hour resets possibly comes lower. Then we look at our 1 hour just for more information. And it's flipping, but like how well will it do? So I'd look for this to consolidate a little longer inside the bottom of this channel, you know, inside the end of this channel, into these areas. And stay above that point of control for now, and then get above that point of control here. Look at this high, yeah, see this volume node, and get above that one. I mean, this thing could do, I like what I'm seeing on the 22. And I just, again, there's an inkling throughout all the charts that there's a big move coming. And thank everyone that sends me love every single day. May God bless each and every one of you. You mean the world to me. I thank you all for helping me out. And thank you. All right. Okay. You know, I'm the spy caller. My man on the spy calls. So CELR, Opt, and XPT, Apt, and Magic. Wow. Shout out to Toby hanging it out, banging on him. Doing the thing, man. Appreciate you, bro. Let's take a look at OP. Optimism. Just keeps rolling, right? Just keeps rolling. Let's take a look. So I had a possible scalp for Op in this little flag, right? Didn't get stopped out and eventually did go up for gains. So like it came down a little low. We ended up down a little bit. That happens. You don't panic. You keep your stop loss and you'll go to bed. You wake up. I mean, look at that 27% gains. Where was the actual entry, though? It's fun. The entry is, they used to move it down there. Now it's on the locked in. So right there. About 14% gains for Op. It started to make a bit of a move. Or did I catch on that? I don't know if it was there or there. I don't know. I don't remember it exactly, but that trade is up for gains. You can see it. Like, and I posted it with, you know, showed you exactly where the stop and the take profit is. We did not get stopped out. It went up for money. No stop loss got hit in the making of this trade, right? But let's look it up again on the bigger time frame. This thing's in price disco. All right, price discovery is a big deal. This is one of the first coins we're able to really see in price disco on KuCoin. And it's kind of an Adam and Eve in a way, right? 2 cups. And this is a big deal. A real big deal. Daily wants to fly too. Daily is oversold and you're at like you're just getting above a resistance. Wow. Wow, that's interesting to me. Let's take a look at our 4. Inverted head and shoulder. You see that? Which are most likely ascending triangles over time. And so, I mean, we look at this, right? There's a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. And boom. 44% gains possibly coming out of the move, right? And look at this, swing up, and low stochastics, low MACD, and stochastics pointing up aggressively on the 4-hour time frame. That's an inverted head and shoulder that wants to break to the upside. I like what I'm seeing there. I mean, I also like the dailies in our favor. There's probably smaller time frames you could watch out for, but I like this. And Op's the talk of the town. We know what it does. We know that we know it gives that extension to ETH. We know people want to stake. We know it creates an ecosystem. We know it's better than ETH. If I liked ETH, I would trade Op or MATIC. And I keep explaining these ideas, but you'll understand when you go through the ecosystem. And that's an inverted H&S, baby. Right? Inverted H&S. OP, USDT. All right? Inverted head and shoulder. 44% gains possibly coming out of OP. All right? Very, very interesting. Wow. Now let's look at XPT. As we roll, 1210 is getting crazy. That's when you know the show is getting pushed. XPT. I'm not seeing it here. I'm so used to putting in the crypto buyer website. What is Crypto Buyer? Is a leading crypto asset company that allows for integration of digital currencies in daily life by enabling digital payments. Company history. Interesting. Is this what you're talking about? Crypto Buyer? Acquired at Codable, we believe in crypto education is the key. Our mission is to do a number of ways, including our blog, our newsletter, Coin Metrics, Crypto Buyer. I don't know if this is out yet. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it was a typo or what's up, but I don't know. All right, Apt, APT, which has been a hot mover, up like a 4x from 4 to 17 cents. Unbelievable what it did, Aptos. And how it got such a big market cap compared to the rest of the market is insane. All right. Interesting enough, I mean, that looks like that could continue. High risk, high reward flag on the 4-hour time frame, but it has a high volume node. I mean, these things just, see, it's kind of a cup and handle, but it's slanted if you twist your head. Started playing with that idea years ago. Never really told anyone about it. I keep a lot of things to myself because I did them alone without anyone to really like verify. And the charts would verify. See, all you need is yourself with the charts. Eventually, you'll verify a lot of things on your own because it nenever stops. So if you observe it, you eventually you're eventually right. You know, you get told what to do. 1 hour in a beautiful flag, 2 on app. I mean, this is looking very bullish to me. It's almost like I don't think, it's like, why wouldn't it pump, right? Measured move takes app to 24 from this 17 area. So looks like the easiest trade of the day with low liquidity, but it doesn't mean it's guaranteed either, right? The daily, very overbought. So you're going against daily time frames to 22, very overbought, right? So if you scalp 1 hour, you scalp 15, you call it a day. You get lucky if you get up to there and you get out. You don't, you know, I raise my stop loss to break even and keep it moving. There's a chance app does make a move though, just because of kind of how much hype is around it right now and how aggressive the indicators look. Very high risk by my due to the overbought daily time frame, right? Due to the overbought daily and 22-hour time frame. So at very high risk by my system due to the overbought daily and 22-hour time frame. Very interesting. Okay. Yep, but we may get a scalp on the smaller time frame. Let's take a look at our baby MATIC. And who knows, something could have come in since then. MATIC just continuing to moon. Look at that. Booming. And didn't we just put out this little flag in the last little time, and look, that banged. Look at that. That's how you make 2% fast on the channel. Right? You find a flag, you get in the flag, baby. Make a flag happen, man. But MATIC booming. We put out MATIC already. I put out the cup and handle for MATIC 3L, continuing to blast. Shout out to anyone that did or did not get into MATIC, but MATIC banging. Back above 117. I hold bags of MATIC. So seeing MATIC back above 117 is beautiful for me. It's very, very nice. Let's keep it moving. Let me get back into the chat. It's been a while. Shout out to Toby Leonard, CNC Ireland, Lakochi Coker, and everybody here on the live. Love learning. For Waves earlier, thanks for all you do, brother. Shout out to John Crane for the 2 beans, man. You're the man, dude. Shout out to XO Elevate. We love you. Shout out to Michael Christian Benitez, my man. Shout out to Potter's Podcasts. Casper. I do like Casper, though. Interesting. You kind of get me there. More More likes than the watchers. That's the lifer way, baby. 500 likes on the live stream. You people are unbelievable. And my man asked about, and then I forgot right when I looked at it again. I'm like, which one did he just say? Waves. Yeah, waves. Sand, ocean, and waves. Remember, I was calling sand, ocean, and waves when they were tiny coins. When sand was 4 cents. I was doing my deep dives and looking around and checking it out. So look, I looked at waves. Look at the flag with the hidden bullish divergence. Someone must have asked me about it with the falling volume and falling price on the 1 hour time frame. Waves made waves, baby. 34% gains for waves. I think it was a live stream yesterday on the live stream, right? 1 or 2 days. Let's see when that was. Look, January 19th. I would have drawn that Thursday. So a week ago. Interesting. I just like to see this stuff. Because I'm like, when did I draw that, right? We do so many streams. A week ago would be last Friday. Oh, yeah, so the one that I do the Saturday update. And there's the Saturday update. So it would be this stream. Yeah, it would be this stream here. This would be Friday's stream. And then I hunt down. Remember, you could do this too, and you can learn a lot just doing this. And I just try to hunt down the timestamp. I don't see it. So much stuff. Pretty good at scanning in a large section and being able to find a word. Might be Saturday night. I'll give up on this in a second. I'm like, I get obsessed. Interesting. And we'll move on. But waves pumped. And let's just go over why waves pumped. All right. Why I teach class every time and how it happened. You had a falling wedge. And then if we look, it must have been a bigger time frame. Let's see here what time frame I was on when I drew that. Possibly the 4 hour. Yeah. But you had rising volume, rising price with falling RSI, which is hidden bullish. You know, and that tells you that you're going to make a high higher than this high at 244. And what happened? You did. Then you can have this strange inverted head and shoulder that broke out, but boom. What you could also have done, what I'm seeing now, is look at this. I mean, it was the same channel that we saw on a lot of other coins, right? This beautiful ascending triangle. And we see it on DOT. We see it on a lot of other things too. And waves got above a point of control. And then once it gets above a point of control, and this is a previous resistance point, right? And so you can see how waves is likely to get all the way back up to this resistance. There's really nothing left for it to do. There's nothing stopping that, right? So then you flip into a flag and you're like, well, what are we doing now? And you're like, all right, let me take a look. And you're like, well, we made this rising wedge that broke out the length of the pole. Bang, right? And so now where do we sit? And now you want to make another flag, and it's almost like saying, hey, this thing is just going to keep pushing till it gets to the 314 level. How much more of a gain is that for waves? Possibly 12%, you know? And look at this. I mean, our boys keep doing what they're supposed to do. And this is why we pay BOOKMAP the big bucks, right? This is why we pay BOOKMAP the big bucks, because BOOKMAP lets us see the future. And while everyone else shorts and gets, like, these people couldn't see this. They 58,000. Look, there's about 100 grand in people that got liquidated. But had they been watching my channel, like, I wouldn't be shorting right now, you know? And it was obvious to me not to short the market. So how come they didn't know that it was obvious? You know what I mean? And that's what I'm here for. I'm trying to stop. Like, those people are losing their entire account. They're getting liquidated completely. Like, they're not just, like, losing one trade. They're losing everything. You know, and that makes me sad. I don't want to see people lose everything. That's not cool. Okay? It's not cool at all, right? Let's get back into Bitcoin. I always do an update when I end the stream. All right? My man saying Bitcoin broke resistance. Not so fast for me. It's attempting to push 23,168. But for me, the resistance, I guess you could say it did broke. Let's deep dive this. You may be, yeah, it wicked above it. It wicked above it, but it's got to get like into this area up in here. For me, it has to even beat this wick, and I want to see it beat that wick. But okay, resistance, you know, it got above a little bit. But it, you know, to me, it's still likely, because it's so overbought, to probably head down here somewhere, unless we get a crazy squeeze, and then we can flag out right here. That would be the next beautiful entry to the upside for Bitcoin. But Bitcoin, I still see flat. It's a Friday low liquidity, but I'm just happy that we're moving up slower than moving down slower, right? And that just says we'll probably end the night. In my opinion, Bitcoin's going to be somewhere between 22,008 and 23K by the end of the night, unless we get a crazy short squeeze. Now, remember, we do have this inverted head and shoulder, head and shoulder, and it does say that it's basically telling us we're going to get short squeezed at 23.5. That's what the chart says. And we'll go from there. We're in the money now, still in that trade. Remember that. And it's been an insane trade. But and it's been taking forever, this Bitcoin idea. To get to 25K, laser rise, baby. Laser rise. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Remember, tomorrow night, I'm going to be live at about 5:30 because I'm going to the Celtics game at 8 p.m. So it's going to be the first Saturday night that I take off in a long time. One of my good friends invited me to the Celtics game. And then a friend that I haven't seen in 15 years is going to be there. Look, 23-177 on the dot with the zeros. Oh, I moved, but it was on 77 on the dot. Crazy. Yeah, you had to believe me. You had to believe me. But yeah, so I'm going to the Celtics game, which I've never done. And I'm actually worried about it. I don't like taking any time off for when I say I'm going to be live. But I'll be live at about 6. I know people are going to show up at 8 and be like, where's Sam? But I'll be at the game. Maybe I'll post a live if I can from the game, But everyone, I love you all. Have a great day. Have a great night. I'll be posting in the group. I'll be scanning. I'll be in there asking questions. Be in the learning library. Whatever you need, we are here for you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Have a wonderful time today and tonight. Remember to live your life. Take a deep breath. Before you know it, time will go by. Enjoy your children. Enjoy your wife. Enjoy your time. Do not be stressed about anything in life. Whatever's coming at you, take a deep breath. Live in the present moment. Believe in God. God is there for you for a reason. We are all put here for this amazing experience on earth. And just, remember to be in the present, everyone. I love you all so much. Words can't express my true gratitude to each and every one of you. If I ever did anything to offend you, I want to let you all know that I would like to be forgiven. If you could forgive me, that is the first level of true enlightenment. If you can't forgive me, then that's kind of, says something. So I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful night. And I'll come back every single day like I did in 2022 to keep you informed, to keep you looking at the charts, and to have a blast. And there's so many more things we could look at today, but we did good. We did good. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow on the live. I'll also do my morning update, so look out in the morning. I do a Bitcoin update every Saturday and Sunday morning. Be safe. Thank you. And I'll catch you on the live. Bang. See you in the group, everybody. I love you all. Thank you.